Hello and welcome to this video. This is Nicole, but you can refer me as Nevst. As you can see, I am unpackaging Holo Taco's notebook, which was released in December 2024. And this channel, which is in its infancy state right now, will be dedicated to videos of my weekly journal entries as well as nail polish collection reviews. This video will serve as an intro to my 3-part series of setting up my notebook. It is to note that this is my first journal, so I have a few things to learn, but I hope nonetheless that you'll be able to enjoy the process. The 3 parts will consist of backstory, favorite nail polishes, and lastly, custom nail polish mixes. Now at this stage where I'm editing, I realized that I could have added more sections, but as a first journal this will do. I didn't allow myself enough time to fully flesh out this journal as much as I should have because I just wanted to jump into it right away. But moving forward, I'm definitely going to add more to my setup. So as you can see here, I am starting off by making a banner for my table of contents page. It's meant to be a nail file. It takes inspiration from Holo Taco's nail file, even though I don't personally own it. I just like the colors of it, so that's what I would be going for to set the theme of this journal. Now I went with table of contents. However, looking back, I think index would have been more suitable, as from my understanding, table of contents is more for broader categories with segments. Meanwhile, index is for specific subject matter. Using index would also serve as a reference to index fingers, but that's my loss. Perhaps for my next journal, that's what I'm gonna go with. I actually thought at one point when coming up for a design that maybe I could literally draw an index finger, but I find that a finger without context is unflattering, so I dropped the idea right away. I don't see a lone finger ever looking pretty. It will look severed. As to why a journal for nail polish, specifically for my weekly manis, instead of any other journal, will be explained in my part 1 of this series. My thoughts on the notebook itself is that it's rather small. I have and will be struggling to abridge my writing. I know that everything I want to say for my weekly manis will not always fit on one page. To counter that, I can, of course, add interactive flaps to write on, but that will quickly thicken the notebook. Thankfully, it's a spiral bound, so it should be able to handle the bloat to a certain extent. Might not be able to stay closed though, as there's no elastic band to keep it shut. As this was my first time journaling, I initially started with limited materials. For now, all I have is this washi set, but as this channel progresses, you'll begin to see that I have more and more materials to go by. Now that I'm looking back at this recording, I can tell for sure that I won't have enough rows for all the pages in this notebook. There are 119 pages and only 42 rows, so I'll have to at one point add an extension to this page, and that was rather short-sighted of me at the time, as my table of contents would require at least 3 pages. I'm thinking of doing that by the time I reached the last row of the first column, as I don't want to start the second column and it not being in numerical order with the extension of this page. Now I'm starting to number the pages, and personally I don't really like how I write numbers. I prefer how I write my letters. If I had some sort of stamp or page stickers, I would have used those instead for consistency. So I think for my next journal I'll look out for those that already have pages numbered. Though what really motivated me to have weekly journal entries is how each spread has as a header on my nails I'm wearing, which is very specific towards my nail painting hobby. The only other journals that I've seen in regards to nail polish are manicure planners, which doesn't interest me as I do not want to feel bound by an idea that I may no longer look forward to. And I can't get a second Holo Taco notebook because this was limited edition, and I don't think that there's enough interest in the community to re-release this item, which is a shame. Of course, I could write it myself, but it's more fun when you're using a journal curated to your specific niche. And with that, this is my intro video. Thanks for watching, and hope you stick around for part 1. Goodbye!